All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order. I stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay. I don't have any public or president remarks except that this is a special meeting and we're not taking comments regarding any other issues except what this special meeting is about. And it's going into council to discuss legal issues with council. Are there any public comments?
Yes.
Name and
Rick Farr, 21 Bird Nest.
I'm sorry. As far as I understand, you are not a homeowner in the association.
I have documentation to prove, and I wanted to be able to show council.
Have you sent it to council?
I have it right here. I just got it from my council to show Mr. Tucker from my estate attorney that proves that I am a property owner.
Jeremy, how would you like to go forward with this? You want me to adjourn for the time so that we can get this information faxed to you?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so we're going to adjourn until we can get this documentation faxed to our attorney. All right, I'm going to bring the meeting back to order. Josh, you can start recording again.
You got it.
Jeremy? Jeremy?
Sorry, Larry, were you talking to me? My
Yeah.
volume wasn't working. I'm sorry. What did you ask? I apologize.
Well, the question is whether or not Mr. Farr has established residency in Ocean Pines as of today.
Mr. Farr has provided
Ownership.
a letter. Mr. Farr has provided a letter from his attorney, which indicates that he is now the trustee of the trust that owns the lot.
And in your opinion, is that sufficient to allow him to make public comments?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Farr?
Thank you. First, I know there was an issue regarding my ownership of the property as I am running for the board of directors here. And I understand that that we all have to do our due diligence with that. I thank you for your time. I just feel that the process on vetting our candidates need to be looked at again and making sure that we do our due diligence with that. So no other candidate has to go through this 12 days before an election to find out if they do reside or have property or ownership within the Pines, because this has caused stress to myself and a financial burden to myself in providing this information. And I'm sure this meeting here is providing that as well to others that are attending where they could be doing other things instead of being here at this meeting. But I do thank the meeting, members of the board here, council, for your time. And if there's anything further, just please let me know. But I say again, once again, I think it's important that we look at our vetting process and making sure we do our due diligence and making sure that we don't have to repeat this again. Thank you.
Are there any further public comments? All right, let's see.
I'd like one.
Go ahead, Tom.
For Tom. I want to personally thank Rick for stepping up and coming in and addressing the issues, since no one seemed to reach out to him except for Jeremy, and having to spend the money on his attorney to get this cleared up. Jeremy, I have a question, if I may. Is he a property owner as of today, or has he been a property owner based on the trust for the last year or so? Because that's important, I think.
Jeremy?
You're muted.
Jeremy, you're muted.
Sorry. Based on the information I'm looking at, he became the trustee of the trust upon on or after May 17th, 2021. There's no indication that he wasn't the owner of the trust before that date. He was the trustee before that date.
May 17th.
Any further public comments? Joe?
Yeah, just-
I also would like
Name
to issue one.
I'm sorry, Tom, I recognize Joe. Name and address.
Just listening. Joe Reynolds, 84 Watertown Road. Just listening to the conversation, assuming I've heard correctly, that Rick has provided information that he is currently eligible. But our bylaws state that he had to be eligible as of January 1, 2021. I believe I heard that the date of May 17th that his name was added, which was, so that would mean that as of January 1, when he filed, he was not eligible, or as of when he filed, regardless if he filed, if he filed today, he might be the owner of the lot, but he's not eligible to run for the board of directors because the bylaws require, if I'm correct, maybe I'm wrong, eligibility as of January 1 in order to be a candidate.
Are there any further public comments? Tom? Tom?
I couldn't hear Joe. I said I couldn't hear Joe at all. The audio is horrible. I also want to know, what do we have to do to find out how this issue came up 2 weeks before the election? It was vetted out when the candidates were put themselves forth to become board members. It's gone a month and a half at least with no one saying a word. We're 2 weeks from the election, and all of a sudden, out of the blue, they tell us because these accusations are getting a little ridiculous. We've had personal information come out about people. We've had public information been vetted out to people about other candidates' spouses, and it's getting a little out of hand. So if Jeremy could tell me who it was that asked for this, that brought this information to him, I would appreciate it.
Are there any further public comments? Doug?
So I understand the necessity of making sure that we follow our governing documents and that we look into any discretions that may show up. I just am curious, and I think since we represent the members of Ocean Pines, I think it's important that we report to them how much this little seemingly innocuous inquiry has cost the association in legal dollars. So I'm calling for a summary of what this particular set of circumstances cost us in legal fees, and I'd like that reported publicly to the OPA membership.
Any further public comments?
I have one more public comment. I have been a resident in 21 Bird Nest since August 1st of 2019 as a full-time resident, and have paid my assessments and all my dues, if in good standing, since that time.
Any further public comments? All right, seeing none, I'm going to close the floor to public comments. We have a motion to go into closed session. I'll read the motion. At a meeting of the Board of Directors of Ocean Pines Association Incorporated held on the 30th day of July 2020 at 3 p.m. in the Ocean Pines Boardroom, the board voted to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of discussion of Section 4.3, specifically pertaining to consultation with legal counsel on legal matters as permitted by the Maryland Homeowners Association Act, Section 11B-111 or 111-4.3. Is there a second to the motion?
Second.
Any further discussion or any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor of going into closed session, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Any abstain? All right, so the motion carries. We're going to move into closed session.